Hi, my name is Felice, and I'm the Happy Star Wars Guy. And in this episode, I want to talk about the Rise of Skywalker trailer. It's approximately 2 minutes long, and it has, I think, a lot of little nuggets in there that inspire Star Wars fans like myself to dream big and wonder how we're going to have the conclusion to the Skywalker saga. One of the first things that I noted while I was watching the trailer was the Death Star and it being crashed on a planet. And I was like, ooh, Endor. And then I thought, whoa, wait a minute. There's some things in the Shattered Empire comic book series that Marvel created that may give us a clue to that actually being the first Death Star wreckage, and that they're on Yavin 4. Yavin 4, if you look it up on Wikipedia, is a planet that's green and blue, definitely has bodies of water around it, definitely could have a large enough body of water, in my just opinion, based on kind of looking at things from a logical standpoint. Um, so the reason I think it's on Yavin 4 is because Poe Dameron's parents planted a special tree that we find out they were given by Luke Skywalker in Shattered Empire. Um, I don't mean to spoil the comic books for you, but it's a really great story. And that's just one small thing in a very, very cool storyline. It's a 4-part series that came out. It was a storyline that takes place after the Battle of Endor. So I encourage you to go out and check that comic book series out if you haven't read it. So my theory is that they're on Yavin 4 because Rey is still looking for some connections to the Force that she still hasn't found yet. And Poe probably mentioned the tree he grew up with and the stories behind it. And one of the fan ideas that Poe Dameron is in tune with the Force really makes me wonder why that particular fan video on YouTube didn't mention the tree, because I think that's an important connection as well. So that's one of my fan theories that I haven't heard anything about. Now for the fan theories that everybody's talking about in regards to Emperor Palpatine returning, at least in a laugh. Because I notice on a lot of these trailer reviews, people pulling and extrapolating things, the movement of the video, the movement of the music, and I don't know, in my opinion, it's a trailer. It's a collage of different clips, and we can't always tell the sequence of the clips. We can't always guarantee that the music in the clip is going to be the music in the movie. So I'm just going to base it on the expanded universe. And in the expanded universe, and in some of the now canon readings, we know that Emperor Palpatine had labs around the universe. One of the labs is where the tree was found by Luke Skywalker. He found 2 of them, and one of which was given over to Poe Dameron's parents. Again, the thing that I think is plausible is we've seen clones being used, and the Emperor in the classic Star Wars storyline, Dark Empire, there is well, it really leverages the whole clones and how the Emperor did force transference, life transference, essence transference over to a clone body of himself so that he could continue to live and rule the Empire and come back. So that's a plausible way that the Emperor could return. Another idea that I've thought of is that it is the voice and laugh from a robot that the Emperor had. The Emperor had all these robots made, giving instructions and directives in his absence. And we actually see that robot in the Shattered Empire comic book series. So it's possible that maybe when they're going through the wreckage of the Death Star, they end up finding a robot, and it's simply just a recording, and that's the only way the Emperor comes back. I know a lot of people really want to see him come back and guide and direct Kylo, and there be this big conflict, but I'm not so sure that's what it's going to be. But that's just my opinion. And the other thing that I wanted to touch base on is I'm going to say this, and I'm probably wrong, but I kind of think that it's quite possible Luke had a child, and it was Rey, and in order to protect her, he erased her memory, which is actually, I think it's called Force Rub, Memory Rub, and that is a Force user ability that was spoken about and used several times. And as we go through these last two movies, Force Awakens and Last Jedi, they do bring in a lot of different Force abilities and Jedi abilities that were in the now Legends books. So I don't think that's necessarily a bad fan theory. I know a lot of us really wanted to see it in the first movie, and then even see it come about in the second one. So who knows what we'll see in this next movie, but I'm really excited either way. I'm looking forward to enjoying the final conclusion of the Star Wars holy trilogy of movies. 9 episodes, the final saga of Skywalker family. And I honestly think Kylo Ren will be redeemed, and I think that was the common thread of redemption throughout the Skywalker story and saga. And I think we'll see it concluded in this last movie, and Kylo Ren will be turned to the light and maybe for once and for all eliminate the Sith in some sense. But the Sith always seem to come back, even when we think they're gone, which is another exciting little feature that we've noticed. Fans have seen the release of a figure that's a Sith trooper. So that's really encouraging that we're going to see a little bit more of the Sith maybe through the lens of J.J. Abrams and the story that has been written. So I look forward to that, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Happy Star Wars Guy. And please like and subscribe if you haven't, if you're viewing this for the first time. Please pass it on and share it to other fans. I'd love to get the feedback from other people and see what they think. Thank you. Have a great weekend. May the Force be with you.